All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Social Studies. Once again, it's your teacher, Mr. Clarke, and we are going to be focusing today on classifying family structures, right? Now, this is a topic that we started from the last class, and when we, in the last class, rather, we looked at 3 of the 5 categories, right? So, category number 1, number of partners in marriage, and under that category would have looked at monogamy, polygamy, polygyny, and polyandry. Now the second category that we looked at is choice of partners in the marriage, right? Where the partners are chosen from, whether they are chosen from inside the group or outside the group. And the terms that we use to describe that is endogamy if the partner is chosen from inside the group, and exogamy if the partner was chosen from outside of the group. The third category that we looked at is the living residence of marriage, right? Sorry, living residence after marriage. In other words, where would the couple live after they have been married, right? And the terms that came under that category are patrilocal, matrilocal, and neolocal. Good. Now for today's class, we want to look at the remaining 2 categories, right? Now, the first category that we want to look on today is recording of descent of married couple. Right, so for those persons who are a little bit unsure as to what this means, we are really looking at how we trace our ancestors, right? How we trace our family lineage. So basically, we know already that we can trace our family lineage through the construction of a genealogical tree or a family tree, right? So basically, that is what we are focusing on, because ancestral lineage can be traced through the wife's side of family, or it can be traced through the husband's side of family, or it can be traced through both parties, right? Both parties in the marriage. Now, if the ancestral line, if the bloodline is traced through the mother or the wife, the term that we use to describe such a situation is matrilineal, right? If it is traced through the father's or the husband's lineage, the ancestral group, it is referred to as patrilineal. And if it is traced through both the mother and the father, we refer to that as bilineal, right? So please remember, what we're actually doing here is tracing your bloodline, your ancestral line, right? Now, these are the 3 terms that we use to really separate how we trace bloodline, right? Or family lineage. Matrilineal, if it is traced through the wife's side of family. Patrilineal, if it is traced through the father's or the husband's side of family. And bilineal, if it is traced through both persons in the marriage, right? The man and the woman. Now, that's category number 4 and the first category for this class. Now, the second category for this class is authority and dominance in the family household, right? What do we mean by this? Who is the dominant figure? Who is the figure of authority within the family or the marriage, right? Now, of course, you know that the figure of authority is usually the man. The man is usually the one that commands respect. Is usually the one that is the head of the house, right? If it is that the man is the head of the house, it is this, the word that we use to describe this is patriarchal, right? Now, some households, it is the woman that is the head, because usually the woman, the wife, if she's the one that is working, right, she's the one that is the breadwinner, she's the one that is providing for the family. Usually she is considered to be the figure of authority within the home, right? She is the dominant figure. Now in this case, the term that would be used to describe such a situation is matriarchal, right? So patriarchal if it is the father or the husband, and matriarchal if it is the woman, the wife or the mother, right? The wife. More times than ever it is the wife, because we're really referring to relationship between a husband and a wife, and it is dominance can either fall on the man's side or the woman's side, the husband's side or the wife's side, right? Now, both parties in the marriage can decide to share authority, right? In this sense, it would be referred to as equalitarian, right? Equalitarian coming from the word equal. So there's no dominant figure. Both parties, both partners, they have decided that the authority must be shared between the two of them, right? So that's the equalitarian type of family. Now, you have two more concepts that are usually taught in social studies under this same heading, authority of dominance, right? But technically speaking, these concepts, matrifocal and patrifocal, they are not really conjugal related concepts, right? Because they are really referring to single parent families. Because the matrifocal family is really a family that the focus is on the mother, right? And please notice that I'm not saying wife in this case, because there is no man in this type of family. It is really a single parent type of family, right? So matrifocal means the focus is on the mother, and she is the dominant figure. She is the figure of authority merely because the man is absent. There is no man in this home. So that's matrifocal. In the patrifocal home now, again, it is a single parent family wherein the man is the head of the house. Mainly again because there is no woman, right? So there is no wife, there is no mother. It is a single parent father, so naturally the father would be the head of the household, right? So that is matrifocal and patrifocal. Matrifocal for when the mother is in charge of the house, and patrifocal for when the father is in charge of the house, right? So that is basically it as it relates to concepts relating to marriage. I hope that you would have learned something in the class, and I will see you in the next class.